Hey guys, it's your buddy Vastro here with another game review. Don't forget to hit that little red subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and it'll keep you up to date with all my game reviews, various other content, and just anything I decide to upload really. You can also find links to my Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all the rest of my social medias down in the description below. Anyways, let's get to it. Is Assassin's Creed Valhalla the best Assassin's Creed game so far? So, today, this video, we will be reviewing the latest installment of the Assassin's Creed games, Valhalla, which, if you didn't already know, is about Vikings and Norse mythology, and the game primarily takes place in England, covering some of the Dark Ages in England's history, you know, the Vikings invading, taking over settlements, pillaging, etc. And yes, that is some of the stuff you do in this game. Much like in Origins and Odyssey, Valhalla throws you into a huge open world RPG, but this time they've made it the stealth option a bit more appealing. I don't know about the rest of you, but when I was playing in Odyssey, I had a tendency just to go, big building here. I could take out those guys stealthily and just, run straight in. there was no incline to be stealthy at all. But in this, I actually find myself kind of going for the stealthy route sometimes. You know, try to take out as many as I can before engaging the rest of them in combat. So that must be a good thing. I'm never a stealthy guy. This game delivers an astounding amount of things to do, as well as places to discover, things to explore, all while giving this amazing atmospheric storytelling experience. Even some of the side missions you come across in the world feel deeply engaging. Like, for example, really early on in the game, you come across a woman, you've got a couple of guys looking for a necklace. Turns out they're trying to win her affection. Go in, get the necklace, take it back to her, and she's all like, I lost my husband, I'll never find another man like him. Doesn't mean I can't have a bit of fun. So, there's more to this week, and even the silliest of little 5-minute side quests just feel much more rewarding. You know, whereas most games you go past someone, they'll go, help me, save my goat. Oh, okay, I'll save your goat. Why did I do that? I don't care, here's a reward. Yeah, it feels a lot more cause and effect to it. Is that the right term? I don't know. The main plot of the game sees you take the role of the Viking Eivor, who you can choose to be male or female, or there's a strange little option where you let the game decide. I didn't actually go for this option, I went male. But from what I could gather online, apparently what it does is, at certain points in the game, it chooses gender appropriate for that point in the game. I think you play most of the game as female, but there's a few parts later on that changes you male or vice versa. I don't really know, I've not used that option. But that's something you can do. There's a fair bit of customization that you can do to your character this time around, where you can modify their hair, tattoos, all that. Speaking of tattoos, throughout the game you'll find these little kind of bits of paper in the wind. You need to chase them around a reroute, and eventually if you catch them, this will unlock your tattoos for you. So you go to Tattooist, change your tattoos. Fun little way of unlocking more customization bits. So, back to the actual main game. So, the game sees you out for vengeance after the events of the game's opening cinematics, which will eventually lead you to going off to England. You know, conquer the English, take their wealth, claim your glory, all that fun stuff. As you war across the various factions of Mercia, East Anglia, Northumbria and Wessex, seeking out allies to join you in your growing expansion of conquering. You also get to build up your own little homestead, your own little kind of Viking village, which is quite fun. Did I mention you can customize your longboat? While I was streaming some Assassin's Creed before, you know, the game's graphics decided to kill my PC while also trying to stream, one of my Twitch viewers actually forced me to pick a very unique design. Yes, your Vastro hero here goes into battle with the mighty unicorn. The unicorn longboat, pillaging villages with my mighty band of bronies as I sound the war horn. Yay! The game's world is absolutely beautiful, and it's a real pleasure to get lost in. Yeah, you just pick a direction, running it. As you're expanding the map, you'll come across collectibles, treasures, some wee enemy encampments, all that sort of stuff, and it'll just sidetrack you so much, and you'll be like, I have been here for 5 hours and I have not progressed the main story in the slightest. Then you quick travel back to your settlement, every intention of continuing, and do the same thing again. While I say the game is absolutely beautiful, as I mentioned, I am playing this on a gaming PC, high-end gaming PC, so my specs are set really high to have all the really nice graphics. I have heard talks that apparently the game does not play up to quite that same level of standard on last gen's consoles. I think they run better on the new gen consoles from what I've heard, so don't quote me on that. If you've played it on the old gen and you've found any issues, let me know in the comments. If you played in the new gen and you've found any issues or you want to comment on it, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear how you guys have experienced it. I didn't actually choose PC. PC is just what Ubisoft happened to send me out on. I have all the consoles just in case. I don't know what they're going to send me the review copy on. As far as actual gameplay goes, the combat is very similar to the previous two games, with its hack and slash and well-placed timing of counters to take down your enemies, upgradable various gear, different types of weapons. You know, it makes it very adaptive to your playstyle, whether you like to go for the archer style or whether you go big sword, big axe. I personally like to go for the dual wielding. I run about with my 2 axes, which different weapons give you kind of like unique little things. Rebel weapons gives you this kind of little flurry attack, which is really good for taking down like wooden shields, and that instantly just plays through them. Let me know what you guys prefer as a weapon. I'd love to hear what you all play as. I very much enjoy the game's pillaging experience. Obviously, you're a Viking, you pillage, you plunder. It's what happens. From approaching the shore to blowing your war horn, to cutting down enemies, setting houses on fire while taking their valuables, which, by the way, that's how you gain resources to do a lot of your upgrading in the game, including the particular resources you need for upgrading your settlement. So, you see a town, you pillage the hell out of it. Sometimes you may even find yourself having to siege a castle or a stronghold. A lot of these tend to be story related, but regardless, you have to, you know, weaken the defences. You need to sneak in, take out a couple of guards, get down to the gate, open the gate up, let all your men in, so they can come in and start slaughtering everyone. Really fun. Just the whole experience, like getting in there and letting all your your guys storm the castle or storm the stronghold is so enjoyable. One of my favourite additions to Valhalla though has got to be the massive skill tree. You do have abilities in that to unlock still, like you did in the previous Assassin's Creed games, but this also has the addition of a huge skill tree that as you level up, you get more points and do challenges. Now you get more points to put into your skill tree to unlock either strength attacks, defense, specific abilities, all that sort of stuff. Reminds me very similar to that of the Final Fantasy games, specifically Final Fantasy 10 and 11, where they had this just big massive grid. Nothing's more enjoyable than just see yourself slowly unlocking all the points to your grid, unlocking more power, more abilities, just cutting through enemies as you get stronger. I love it. It's oddly satisfying, as you may tell. My only negative comment on this game is that there's a fair share of bugs in it. For a game this size and the amount of stuff that it tries to do, I'm not surprised. There's graphical issues, gameplay issues, NPCs not following you sometimes, random enemies regenerating health, stuff like that. I've had a couple of experiences where the game just outright crashed. I'm hoping that they will work hard to fix all these issues, which I have no doubt in my mind they will. You know, it's what happens. They released them, they can only test it so much. These things happen. This is me on the PC. If you're having any major issues on other platforms, I'd like to hear your experiences. What's happened with you? Was it game breaking? Was it funny? You know, leave a comment, let me hear. So overall, Assassin's Creed Valhalla gets a solid 9.5 out of me, out of 10. Probably mentioned that. Aye. The 0.5, why is it not a 10 out of 10? Is the bugs. That's literally my only complaint. I have no issues with the entirety of this game other than those bugs, which is just a wee minor nitpick thing. If they fix those bugs, happily 10 out of 10. Highly recommend picking up if you haven't already. Anyways, thanks for dropping by, checking out the review. If you haven't already, hit that little red subscribe button. Turn on notifications, it'll keep you up to date with everything. And you can also go find me on Twitch, Twitter, all the other social medias, all the links down in the description below. Bye. No. Get back, you fire beast.